My name is Edward Daniels, but I go being Daniels. I'll be working with,
Max Gropper.
and we'll be presenting Basilone Statue and Park in Raritan, New Jersey.
John Basilone's statue was erected on June 7th, 1948. John Basilone is important because he was the first Marine to receive the Medal of Honor during World War II.
John Basilone Memorial and Park commemorates John Basilone receiving the Medal of Honor for the Battle of Henderson Field and the Guadalcanal campaign. He also received the Navy Cross for the Battle of Iwo Jima. He is the only enlisted Marine to receive both awards in the Second World War.
The location of the statue is very important because it is where John Basilone grew up, which is in Raritan. Although he was born in Buffalo, New York, Raritan is his home and it is where he grew up.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, the time that the statue was built is significant to historians because in 1948, the war had just ended and America was still grieving from the loss of our brave soldiers. The people of Raritan wanted to honor the sacrifices of those who died in the war, and it was a way to give thanks and to mourn.
Right. The monument was commissioned by the local American Legion in Raritan, as John Basilone was also local to the town, as I said before. The park is also used to honor people who have fought in the war alongside John Basilone.
Yeah, but the reason why they made the statues because John Basilone was known throughout the country, and there's an appeal at one point by the local community to get help nationally to build the memorial. In fact, famous celebrities at the time, such as Ed Sullivan, helped in, and a local artist named Philip Orlando, who was a childhood friend of Basilone, was commissioned to make the statue. At the site is a memorial for John Basilone. There's also a memorial for the men that served in World War II from Raritan. But before this point, there was also a placard built to honor a local indigenous tribe who helped contribute to a road network that helps provide transportation and provide a boundary between New Jersey and the surrounding states. The memorial to the Indians is a small stone with a placard on it, and you'd miss it if you weren't looking for it.
That's exactly correct, Eden. I totally agree. The fact is that the John Basilone statue and the statue for the veterans as well, that's in the same area, totally overshadows this small rock in the placard for the Native Americans. And as you talked about that placard, the placard basically gives thanks to the white man, and it says white man verbatim on it. So it's a very outdated statue. And I don't think that this is a mistake at all. I think it's completely intentional for this big statue to basically override the small little placard on a rock for the Native Americans.
Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is that they intentionally overshadowed them because they felt that the need to build the memorial had was much more important because it had much more immediate impact. I mean, the direct impact of the Indians is long past. I mean, we aren't in the colonial era anymore. We don't even use the road that they helped build anymore. And so they felt it was a local hero who had died for our country, who had died for our national values, who died for liberty, and given us all for us. And they felt that honoring him was a lot more important than honoring something that didn't even affect us anymore. There is one controversy surrounding the memorial of John Basilone, but it's not about the statue or the location. It's about a TV show, an HBO miniseries called The Pacific. The site's very solemn and personal, but the series The Pacific vividly depicts John Basilone dying an extremely painful and gruesome death. And while the movie tries to explore his life before his death at Iwo Jima, and is trying to memorialize his actions, I like the statue a lot more because it's not trying to make money off of Basilone. It's about a kid that grew up in the area and went to war and became a hero and gave his all for his friends and his community. And it's honoring him and thanking him for doing something so great.
Right, Eden. I completely agree with you on that. I even know a descendant of the family, funnily enough. His name is Mark Basilone, and he's the great grandson of John Basilone. I asked him about this specifically when he was in one of my classes back at community college about what he thinks of the Pacific. And he said that he's not a fan of the HBO miniseries. He felt that his death, in a way, was kind of romanticized, and 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 he just didn't really like that. I mean, listen, I think that if your family member, someone was acting as him or her, playing on a TV screen, and they died, you'd feel pretty weird about it too. All right. Hey, listen, Eden, I thoroughly enjoyed doing this project with you. You know, John Basilone makes me proud to be from New Jersey, one of the many reasons, because he was so historically significant to our U.S. Armed Forces. And I love showing you around the monument, love showing you around the state, and I love showing you what New Jersey pizza is like, because there's nothing better.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this project, and I really enjoyed being able to connect and understand, connect with and understand New Jersey a little bit more, and understand how deeply personal this war is for New Jersey. Since I'm from Florida, and I didn't know much about how this conflict affected New Jersey.